New development is being served up in Edmond as the city, the University of Central Oklahoma, and developers look to take the former downtown and transform it into a more vibrant area.
We are inextricably intertwined. We've been together since 1890, and we're going to continue to grow together and I think bring out the best in one another.
We've got to look and say, what are the missing components? Well, the missing components are, number one, the quiet zone. Number two, we've got a huge asset to this community that's parked, literally less than a half a mile away. And that's the University of Central Oklahoma.
I think Edmond lacks a lot of more local flavor. We're actually creating a pedestrian pathway through the middle of the building. This space right here, we kind of see it as an area where people can come and flow through from either the front parking lot or the back parking lot.
But now Casey Massegee with the Grant Group is expanding downtown with her upcoming Edmond Rail Yard at one of the town's oldest buildings, the former lumber yard. The building is already 75% pre-leased, with tenants set to include Roxy's Ice Cream, Wicked Hangry, The Chosen One, and Hot Wings. There is also plans for a craft bar, and all the businesses are local.
I think we have plenty of chain restaurants, and I'm not sure this appeals to a national brand anyway, so I think it's our intention to be very thoughtful in the kind of tenants we get here that are cohesive and work together and not competitive. So,
construction will begin once permits have been completed. But for Sunnyside Diner, a new location is already planned to open later this year at the corner of 2nd Street and Broadway. With the flurry of development, local developer David Chapman said living downtown has changed the way he lives.
I'm able to walk to the campus to teach. I'm able to walk to most everything that I do down here. We own a significant amount of real estate in downtown Edmond, and so I'm able to walk to my properties. So I'm able now to sort of walk the talk that I've been preaching for 5 years.
But the path to getting people to walk is unclear.
But having students and townspeople make their way back and forth is particularly useful and economically viable.
There is no crosswalk, basically. There's certainly not a safe crosswalk.
The issue is having people traverse the distance by foot.
We must link these two major assets to finish off building this community.
Though the train may be the loudest thing stopping future growth.
We have a train that comes through here at least once an hour, and you're hearing it right now. It's a problem. If you're in the buildings, it's a disturbance. If you're on the phone, keep going. If you're trying to have an interview, it's a disturbance. And we've got to get this quiet zone done because it's a competitive factor. Norman has it now, downtown Oklahoma City has it now. We've got to have it in order to remain competitive.
While the past in Edmond has been up and down with development, developers are hoping that the future preserves the old and brings in new development. Reporting in Edmond, this is Eric Tapia with the Oklahoman.